During a 12-day span, how many times would you want to see your significant other? Shamelessly stolen from AskWomen. I would see my longtime girlfriend every day unless she told me to go away. Then one day I stayed home for a night and had my first TC seizure, which ruined my life. Huge mistake to not sleep over her place. Depends on what we're doing in that 12-day span. Making a drive to Waco so she can have lifestyle, HGTV porn in person? Fuck no. I'll take 0 days of that. Spending 4 hours looking at decor at overpriced furniture and furnishing stores? 0 days. Grinding over tax minutiae and looking to see if we got every single stupid stinking form? 0 days. If we're going and doing something exciting together as a couple, like ziplining, going for a run, walking the dogs in the park together? Count me in for lots of those days. My wife currently is a stay-at-home wife while I'm a low mid six-figure earner that works from home. We are always around each other and it's great. Love that woman and wouldn't trade the time with her for anything. At some point she will be done studying and start a new career. And at that point I'll miss her while she's not home. That said, I'm stoked she's able to do new things and be a better version of herself. So in short, anything less than 12 days would be a bummer. 2 to 4. I am not comfortable with the most common relationship framework. I don't think I would be capable of maintaining a healthy relationship with constant close contact. I don't need to live with someone. I don't need to see them every day, and I would be fine with being exclusive long-term without those things. I have an elderly neighbor with a relationship like this. He meets her for dinner and evening together twice a week. Then they go about their lives. I admire what they have. They are lovely people with a mutual understanding. What do you make way more complicated than it has to be? Being a not anxious person. I've had awful anxiety since I was a kid. In my 20s I was put on benzos. By 33 I was dying from alcoholism because I was drinking to calm my nerves. But I always had nerves, so I always drank. I've spent 2 years sober. And 3 months in therapy, and holy shit. Did y'all know you can feel better with therapy? Turns out I just needed someone to listen to me. It's not 100% fixed yet. It may never be. But happy. My way of thinking is very difficult and unpractical. For example, our computer needs some dust removed one day and my mom and I don't have a driver's license and the computer repair store 10 blocks away from us. Bringing it by bicycle isn't a safe option, but then I get this idea by telling my mom, let's call a taxi and bring the computer by taxi there, but then I forgot the fact that the employees from the computer repair store can visit your house in special cases. I always think this way and always forget the most simple solutions. Shopping. Get all psyched up to go to the store and ultimately decide I don't want to. So I order shipped, but then I forget something I needed and have to decide if I want to place another shipped order or just go to the damn store, and the cycle just keeps repeating. Working out in the morning must be after 9:30. And I must brush my teeth. Do the leftover dishes. Wash my cup. Husband's cup and the dog dishes. Give dog a dentist stick. Vacuum the living room and kitchen. Make the dog's water and food. Make the husband's water and then finally make my water. Nobody is asking me to do any of this and nobody would be mad if I didn't do any of this before working out. But I gotta. Brain says so. Why do we all start digging holes at the beach? Sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't need a beach to dig holes. I dig holes because holes must be dug. Just deal with it, okay? I remember my first no parents holiday. I was 14 and somehow me and my friends all managed to get allowances to travel 4 hours away and stay at some beach shack in South Australia. Naturally, on one of the days we hit the beck. Got stoned. And we dug a very big hole. Couple hours and a parks worker comes up on his buggy. Steps off and we think, as teenage boys, we're all doomed and gonna get fined or kicked off the beach or something. Bloke just wanted to commend the hole. Humans are meant to move Earth. It's why as technology has made previous ways of doing things largely obsolete, such as only about 2% of still people farm. We've adapted behaviors to replicate doing it for entertainment value. I'm an IP paralegal, so I'm in the abstract all day. If I didn't garden and put my hands in the dirt and sand regularly to tether me to the objective, I don't know what I'd do. I think we would dig holes everywhere if it was practical. Ever seen a nice shovel and wondered how deep you could go in your backyard? The problem is that 1. Most soil is hard and rocky and not very pleasant to dig in for fun. And 2. Filling your property with holes is unsightly and a bit of a safety hazard. And filling other people's property with holes is probably illegal. But the beach? Easy to dig in. And basically no repercussions. Just kick sand back in once you're done and let the waves do the rest. 6 million years ago, when our ape-like ancestors stopped living in trees, they needed a safe shelter on the ground. Their first thought was to dig a hole for refuge and safety. That instinctive behavior comes to the surface as soon as we see a beach. Primordial memories resurface. That's my theory. Wish you could choose what your taxes went to? Yes. We should try it. Oh wow, it just so happened everyone selected Ukraine. What are the chances? It's our money. High time we spent more of it on ourselves. Like free healthcare and a free and continuing education for life. These are the things that make a society healthy. The fact you live in a sick society is by design. Yeah, I'd love for mine not to go towards the royal family and politicians' expenses. Absolutely, that would be ideal. It would be great to be able to choose where our taxes go and provide for more transparency and control. Perhaps if this system were put into place, It would encourage more people to pay their taxes, knowing that their money would be used with more purpose. This wouldn't work. Take infrastructure for example. We need a certain amount of money to ensure that the roads don't crumble, the bridges don't collapse, etc. It's not really an optional thing. If not enough people checked infrastructure, we'd have a serious problem. Wealthy people would just uncheck Social Security because they don't need it. And they pay large amounts in taxes. So that would collapse, etc.